it's amazing guys. We are going to talk about some upcoming fragrances and some new releases. Guys, say a prayer for me. Listen, this is my cleaning outfit. I have so much cleaning, cooking, errands, appointments, a lock retie for one of my children. It is so much on my plate today. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this video out. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the upcoming 2024 fragrances and some interesting releases. So if you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe, and let's get started. So for the first one, we are going to talk about Lattafa. That has taken the internet by storm. They have released so many good fragrances and they're affordable. So for the new 2024 fragrance that released, it is called Eclair. Now there are already people that have ordered this. They are comparing it to the Bianco Latte fragrance, which I haven't smelled either one of these, but I do see a lot of people comparing the two. Let's go over the notes. So the fragrance notes is caramel, milk, sugar, white flowers, honey, vanilla, praline, and musk. In the description, it says that it's inspired by the gourmandise of an eclair and the radiance of a white flower bouquet. Just an interesting combo, like a sweet gourmand dessert, you know, scent mixed with white floral. So I'm interested to know what that smells like. All right, next up we have Flur Soft Spot. Now, this is available on the Flur website. The fragrance notes are bergamot, mandarin, and freesia, jasmine, water lily, and vanilla orchid, amber, sandalwood, and musk. So this says that it's a sultry skin-on-skin fragrance that captures the essence of your desire with the charming caress. Guys, I'm sure you can tell by the name and that description that this is probably going to be like a musky, soft skin scent. Remember, not everybody likes, like, you know, the projecting beast mode, smelling you from like 2 offices down. Not everybody likes that stuff. So, I mean, Fleur comes out with some good fragrances. I'm probably going to pass on that one, but I wouldn't mind smelling them. I'm always up for a good sniff. Okay, next up we have an Oauka and an influencer collaboration. So I'm sure a lot of you know who Paul Reacts is. I think that he, I'm not sure if he just does reviews on fragrances. Let me remind you, I don't have TikTok. But I do see a lot of people sharing his videos and stuff. So he has done a collaboration with Oauka, which is a dupe fragrance brand. And the fragrance is called That Girl Vira Vanilla. So this is currently available on their site. And let me go ahead and give a round of applause for Paul Reacts and all the reviewers and influencers that are able to do these collabs, come up with their own fragrances and beauty products. Like, kudos to you guys. Hopefully I'll get somewhere on that level. And speaking of which, before I get into these fragrance notes, let me tell y'all, I'm kind of mad at you guys. You know, Jackie Aina came out with those perfumes that came out at Sephora. My Sephora never got them and they like completely sold out online. So hopefully that's something that I can smell in the future, but I want to get my own perfume one day. One day. All right, so the fragrance notes to this is caramel swirl, coconut milk, tonka bean, honey, sugared white musk, amber, vanilla, and marshmallow. Oh my goodness, those are all the things that people ask for in vanilla fragrances. This seems like it's going to smell sweet. People love vanilla and marshmallow fragrances. Listen, I think because being in the fragrance community, maybe he knew what people were asking for. So this sounds like it's going to be really, really good. And believe it or not, remember that poll I think that they did in 2023 last year? Vanilla is actually one of the most popular fragrances that men are attracted to. They did a poll for men and they were like, which scent are you attracted to the most? And they picked vanilla. Which I'm like, what? So people love a good vanilla. So I am interested to see what this one smells like. Now going on to the fragrances that haven't released yet. And since we are on Oauka, they are going to release a new fragrance called Rosalina, which is a Creed Carmina dupe. So I did a Creed Carmina review on my channel. It wasn't one of my favorite fragrances because of the overpowering note in there. So let me get into these notes. It is black cherry, saffron, pink pepper. That was the note, by the way. Rose, peony, violet, cashmeran, ambroxan, frankincense, myrrh, and musk. So the original Creed Carmina is a very strong scent. It has some strong notes in there. But even though overall it's supposed to be a cherry scent, to me in the original one, the pink pepper, unfortunately, or whatever that pepper note was in there, unfortunately took over the fragrance for me and I couldn't really enjoy it. So pink pepper is listed in there. So for everyone who loves Creed Carmina, they are going to have an affordable dupe of it on Oakja pretty soon. Next up, we have Malibu Beach by Clean. This is going to be a 2024 fragrance, and the notes are bergamot, cardamom, coconut, ylang ylang, jasmine, and heliotrope, vanilla orchid, sweet musk, and blonde woods. So in the description, it says this vibrant summer scent opens with an energetic cocktail of salted coconut and bergamot, conveying the exhilaration of surfing the Pacific Oceans. So this is pretty much going to be a beach scent. Ylang ylang is something that always sticks out whenever it's in the fragrance notes. So I'm thinking beachy, solar, floral scent. Heliotrope could be very, very musky. So this one should be interesting. You know, this kind of stuff comes out for summertime. Next up, we have the Kayali. So people thought initially this was going to be a rumor. They didn't know if it was going to be like a true thing, but she is coming out with a vacation set, and there's 4 in the set. They're tropical scents, and I was like, ooh, but I didn't know if it was like for real, but somebody in another country already posted the bottles and, you know, described what it smells like. But I'm going to read you the names and read you the fragrance notes to it. So for the first one, is called Capri in a Bottle Lemon Sugar number 14. So this has notes of lemon, sugar, freesia, raspberry, and vanilla musk. So she's going to have a lemon scent. Next up in this collection is called Maldives in a Bottle Ylang Cocoa number 20. And these are fun summer colors too. All right, so the fragrance notes is rosemary, wild lemon, starfruit, banana blossom, ylang ylang, and coconut milk. So I was hoping, it says banana blossom. I was hoping that when I first seen this, that it would have like had a true banana like fruit scent. You don't see that many banana fruit scents in fragrances. It's usually by the you know, the blooming flower, the blossom. So I'm really interested to see what this smells like, because even if it's a blossom, it typically has a little bit of the actual fruit scent in there. So I'm really interested in that. Next up, we have Maui in a Bottle Sweet Banana number 37. So this one actually has a sweet banana note in there. So it's sweet banana, pear, coconut cream, jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. Oh my God. Forget what I said before. I want to smell Maui in a set. This sounds like it's going to be so, so good. All right, for the next one, which is the last one in the collection, it's called Marrakesh in a Bottle Orange Blossom number 24. So the fragrance notes is bergamot, orange blossom, pink pepper, Turkish rose, neroli, and cedarwood. I'm scared of that pink pepper. We all know what orange blossom smells like, or at least I do. That's used in a bunch of fragrances, I would say. So I don't know. I'm interested in what all of these smell like. I am for sure probably going to get that collection when it comes out. All right, next up on the list is Coach Dreams Moonlight. If I seem like I'm moving fast with this, it's because it's a lot of fragrances that are coming out, and I don't want to make this video entirely too long. So for this one, it says bergamot, floral notes, and tonka bean. So it looks like they're still maybe updating the notes with this, but it says that it's a captivating fragrance that invokes the magic of a moonlight night. This perfume is designed for women, offering a blend of enchanting notes and the idea of friendship. So I mentioned before that I have Coach Dreams, and then they came out with Coach Dreams Sunset. And so this looks like it's a third flanker. Out of the two, even though I have the original Coach Dreams, I prefer Sunset. I like those fruity notes in there. So I'm interested to see what this one smells like. And it has like the purple bottle for nighttime. So I wonder what that's going to be like. Next up, we have Michael Kors. So this is, let's see, they have a men and women's one. Let's start off with the men. It looks like it has a chain link on the bottle. So the fragrance notes are bergamot, pink pepper, lavender, geranium, sage, sea water, ambergris, patchouli, and vetiver. Those are some strong notes in there. Ambergris can be a little bit salty. Patchouli is really deep. Vetiver is really deep. Sage and geranium can come off as earthy. So, and pink pepper, lavender. Woo! This one might be really strong, guys. For the women's one, for the women's fragrance, it says mandarin, pink pepper, black currant, rose, jasmine, patchouli, and vanilla and musk. So those are some standout fragrances too. Black currant is a really deep, musky scent. Rose could be super floral. Patchouli is deep. So I am curious what this is going to smell like. The bottle design is pretty different, I would say. Speaking of flankers, Versace, this is, I don't know, it has the notes, so I guess it's not rumored, but Versace is coming out with the Eros flanker. So this is called Eros Energy, and it's a bright yellow bottle. So looking at it, I would think that it's citrus notes, but let's see. The notes are bergamot, lemon, lime, grapefruit, and blood orange. Told you. Pink pepper, black currant, white amber, oak moss, patchouli, and musk. So it's pretty much, it looks like it's a citrus scent. So that would be interesting. A lot of people like, you know, the blue Eros. Some people like the red one. I just don't hear it being talked about as much as the original Eros fragrance. Next up, we have Skylar Grapefruit Grove. So this one is actually released, I think, already. This is a 2024 fragrance. I know that they had a grapefruit fragrance before. So let's get into the notes for this. It is crisp apple, fresh breeze, lemon, grapefruit zest, blue freesia, meadow greens, Mediterranean cypress, white cedarwood, and musk. Those are very fresh scents, especially grapefruit zest. I actually love grapefruit, like the actual fruit, eating it. I know a lot of people don't. They think it's too tart and bitter. So I would be interested if this was a true grapefruit scent, but it does have a lot kind of going on in there. Maybe it'll work out, be a true, because like based off of the fragrances, it says it's a poetic ode to the crisp and uplifting scent of ripe grapefruits, capturing the essence of nature's bounty in a bottle. So because I love grapefruit, I would be interested in trying to see, you know, what this smells like. Next up, we have Sniff. So they have released a bunch of fragrances recently. Sorry if you hear my husband typing in the back. For this one, it is a new 2024 fragrance. It is not out yet, and it's called Rose Era. So the fragrance notes are strawberry, saffron, rose centifolia, damask rose, ambret, white moss, and laundry accord. So this is supposed to launch June 13th, which is right around the corner. I think that's next week. And strawberry and rose, it sounds like it's good. I would be interested in smelling this one. I think even if you don't really like rose scents, the strawberry and the saffron might like sweeten it up and make it airy. So yeah, I'm interested in that. Now Commodity has a new scent, and it is called Juice. So it is coming out in 3 versions. I think they usually do that for their fragrances. So for the first version, it's called Commodity Juice Personal. This has notes of strawberry, raspberry pulp, rhubarb, amberwood, and violet. That sounds interesting to me. It says a sparkling interpretation of juice that showcases the lighter side of ripe red fruits. Strawberry, rhubarb, and raspberry pulp are stirred into transparency with ethereal amberwood and fresh violet leaves. All right. Let's see what is the difference between the flankers. So the notes for this one is strawberry, raspberry pulp, rhubarb, amberwood, violet vetiver, and patchouli. So it looks like they added deeper, muskier scents to make it stronger. And then Commodity Juice Expressive has notes of strawberry, raspberry pulp, rhubarb, and amberwood. So Personal has the violet note. And then the second one is Expressive, which doesn't have that in there. And then the last one is Bulb, which has the deeper notes like the vetiver and patchouli. Sorry, I did that out of order. But yeah, interested in smelling that one for sure. Now, Jean Paul Gaultier came out with Divine. They're coming out with the perfume version of that. And it doesn't really have the updated notes for that one. But just so you know, it's coming out with a stronger version. And speaking of a stronger version, Burberry Goddess is coming out with an intense perfume. An intense flanker. If you are familiar with my videos, Burberry Goddess got my fragrance of the year for 2023. Now they're coming out with an intense version, and I feel like the original, sorry for the noise outside, there's people cutting grass, but I feel like Burberry Goddess is already an intense fragrance. So for them to come out with an extra note to make it more intense is wild. But I personally think if you spray too much of Burberry Goddess, it could be headache inducing. Like a little bit goes a long way. But let's see what the fragrance notes for this one is. So it's lavender essence, vanilla infusion, vanilla wood, vanilla caviar, and vanilla absolute. In the description, it says the signature trio that characterizes Goddess EDP is enhanced by a fourth vanilla note with a smoky character, vanilla wood. Even though wood notes sometimes can scare me, I feel like I am very interested in this one of how it'll blend in with the other fragrances. Oh my goodness, why did they have to cut the grass while I'm recording my video? Hopefully you guys can hear me, but I'm interested to see what that smoky note will do to this fragrance. Okay, for this next fragrance, we have Mugler. I never knew how to pronounce that, but it's Angel Fantasm. So there's going to be two new flankers, I guess, for this fragrance. For the first one, Angel Fantasm, this has notes of bergamot, pineapple, coconut, tiare, patchouli, amber, and bourbon vanilla. This sublimely sensual angel unleashes the ultimate indulgence, a ferociously feminine, ambery gourmand, fruity, tantalizing, juicy fruitiness with luscious, creamy coconut accord and skin light patchouli. I feel like the angel fragrances are a hit and miss. I feel like the newer ones, I feel like I like those. They're okay, but not yet that I feel like I have to have it, at least for me. The next one, I think it's called Amen Phantasm, I think. This has citrus notes, bergamot, pink pepper, dark chocolate, curry sage, and patchouli. Dark chocolate. That sounds interesting, but it probably would be something that I would just sniff and put back down, to be honest, just because I'm looking at the notes and it's kind of not up my alley. But if it is, they are coming out with two new flankers. All right, next up is a whole Fendi collection. Looks like it's aimed at like citrus scents. And so in this collection, it's 7 Fendi fragrances. This is going to be released this month, June 2024. And each fragrance has like a story behind it. I did read that once you line up all 7 in the collection, that it turns into like this pretty color when you look at it. So just to keep that in mind. So for the first one, it's Sempre Mio. So the fragrance notes is lemon, orange blossom, and cedarwood. It looks like for each fragrance, the notes are pretty simple. They have like 3 or 4 fragrances. 3 or 4 fragrance notes. For the next one, it's Primavera. If I pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry. For Primavera, the notes are orange, rosemary, and moss. For the next one, which is the one I'm mostly interested in, is La Baguette, and the notes are iris, vanilla, and white leather. So looking at that, I'm like, why is this called that? While you look at the fragrance notes, it says, while La Baguette, which smells like bread with sugar and butter, was inspired by Delphina's 6-year-old twin sons. When the bottles are lined up together, they form a color gradient, each one relating to the ones beside it. That's really the only clue about this. So I don't know, with like looking at those notes, I wouldn't think that it would smell, you know, like a gourmand, like a bakery or anything, but I don't know. I'm mainly interested in this one. Next up, we have Ciao Amore, which has notes of orange blossom, fig leaf, and tonka bean. For the next one, and each just seems like it's based off of like maybe her family members, because this one says that it's inspired by her second daughter. Okay, has a story behind each one. For the next one is Burgeno. All right, the fragrance notes is pink pepper, pine, and sandalwood. No is correct. Okay. It says it's a blend of pink peppercorn and sandalwood and was meant to evoke the feeling of home. Okay. Maybe it's like the cooking or something. For the Fendi line is Dolce Bacio, and the fragrance notes is apricot and rose. The next one is Casa Grande. So this has notes of leather, cherry, incense, and amber. And that's the last one. So you have 7 in that collection. Let me know which one of those fragrance in the Fendi line that you are most interested based off of the notes. And for the last one, I think, this is the brand that made the Bianco Latte fragrance that went viral. So I'm going to try to pronounce it. Giardini di Toscana. This is called Blue Mare. So this is a 2024 fragrance that is coming out. And the fragrance notes are bergamot, lemon, grapefruit, pink pepper, marine accord, cypress, ambergris, and oak moss. This is not for me. This seems like it's going to be like an aquatic lemon, salty, musky mess. There are some people that love these fragrances, so I'm just saying cypress is a very strong, woody scent. Ambergris could be salty. Oak moss could be overly musky. I think this one is not for me, but there are some people who love those marine, salty, you know, scents. So they're coming out with their own, you know, marine scent. So yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully I didn't make this video too long, but I think that's it as far as the new fragrances. Let me know in the comment section which one you are most excited for. For me, there's quite a few. I think definitely the Burberry Intense. I'm kind of excited to find out what that commodity juice smells like. It's quite a bit in here that I'm interested in. So guys, that is it for my upcoming 2024 releases. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping. Bye!